Dear friends, today I will be dealing with a subject which is very dear to you. I am sure all of you will like to know more about self-esteem. So today I will be dealing with self-esteem. The shortest definition I can have about self-esteem is this. Self-esteem refers the way we see and think about ourselves. I'll be dealing about self-esteem. I'll be dealing about the science of high self-esteem to people and the science of low self-esteem to people also. And then we will see how can we improve self-esteem. I will give you 12 points for you to remember, easy ways to build up our own self-esteem. So we saw self-esteem means the way we see and we think about ourselves. Remember, your self-esteem is made up of all the experiences you have. For example, you're in a relationship, your interactions with people, your relationship with your friends, your parents, outsiders, teachers, etc., give you your self-esteem. Every encounter we make daily basis, whether it's in the school or outside, whether it is in the family or your guests coming, whoever it is, whoever you are meeting and interacting with, gives you self-esteem. It can be negative, it can be positive. It may add up to your personality or it may take away your personality. Positive or negative attitude can be built up based on your interaction. Remember, people who have high self-esteem can be recognized by the following. Number one aspect is that they like to meet people. They have confidence. They will not feel a stranger, themselves a stranger among strangers. They like to meet people, talk to people, interact with people, etc. They don't worry about what others are going to judge them. They are not worried about people's opinion. That they take it in a positive manner is fine, but they are not going to be put down themselves by somebody else's opinion. They have the courage to express themselves. When they want to speak, they speak out. When they want to articulate, they will articulate. They are not worried. They are not afraid. Their lives are enriched with every person they encounter. If they meet good people, definitely they'll get a good enhancement of their self-esteem. If they meet negative people, it will go the opposite of that. The self-esteemed people, they are good for other people to be in the company of. Yes, therefore they say they are nicer people to be around. People like them. All of us will also like people who are self-esteemed. Their ideas are listened to. Suppose they speak, we will listen carefully. Their ideas are listened to and accepted also by the people. They are in fact like a magnet, that attracts everything, positive opportunities. So a self-esteemed person will always make use of positive opportunities. And people who have self-esteem will have the catchword, I think I can. I think I can attitude they will have. But the low self-esteemed people also have some problem. What do they have? They don't believe in themselves, first of all. They are diffident people, no confidence. They see themselves failing before they begin. First of all, they don't take risks. Even if they take a risk, they will say, no, I cannot, I'll fail. So before they begin itself, they accept the failure. They have had a hard time forgiving themselves. We all have some hurt feelings in the past. And the low self-esteemed people will carry on with that difficulty. They will never overcome it. And therefore they cannot get rid of this guilt feeling. They cannot get rid of these past mistakes. They will be centered around the guilt feelings and the past mistakes. They believe they can never be as good as people expect them to be. Even their own expectation is, they simply abandon and they say we cannot. They are afraid to show their creativity because they will be ridiculed. They always think that others will mock if I make a mistake, my pronunciation. Suppose I say a sentence, if there is a mistake, the entire people will mock at me, etc. That is their force is that what others are thinking. I don't want to be ridiculed, etc. So now they are dissatisfied with themselves. And they say, basically dissatisfied with oneself, they will make others also dissatisfied. The low self-esteem people have another problem, that is, they like to be alone. Most of the time they sit and brood over. They will like the company of themselves only, sit somewhere in the corner, and they don't want external company. They often complain and criticize for their own failures. They will say, because of him, because of her, I have failed. I cannot do because of them, etc. etc. Always they will find some excuses, and mostly lame excuses. They also worry about everything and do nothing. This is a sign of lack of self-esteem to people. Too much of worry and they will not do anything. Therefore, the catchword of the low self-esteem to people is, I think I cannot do it. I cannot do it will be their attitude. Now, how to overcome this? I'll say 12 points. Remember, number 1 is forgive yourself for the past mistakes. All of us make mistakes. Forget about that. That was the past. Now let's move forward with new vigor, new vitality. Second, focus on your positive attitudes, positive attributes. All of us have plenty of positivities. Positive things are plenty. We must accept that positivity. Third point is follow the good example of great people like Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. We can have APJ Abdul Kalam. We can have great men and women from the history to follow with. So we can read their autobiographies, listen to them, and enrich ourselves. The fourth point is become a self-talker. You must tell every day yourself that I can, I will, today I am going to achieve this, etc. etc. Fifth point is exhibit good attitude. Never show negativities. Sixth point is get plenty of rest, because we need to rest ourselves. Take out all these worries. Take out and refresh yourself. And therefore, what do you need? You need a necessary skills. Develop good skills and your own style of the skill. An actor, for example, everybody is actors, film actors, etc., the famous people. But each one will have a style of his own or her own. That's why they are famous. And we need to develop in whatever we do our own skills. See, we should not be simply an imitator. Simply an imitator. No. We can imitate, but it also should have our own particular style. And the eighth point is practice your talents. We have been given talents and everybody can practice. When we practice, we become perfect. There is a saying, practice makes one perfect. So if we want to be a better person, we must practice every day. And the ninth point is, we must become physically fit. Daily exercises. Physical fitness is important for even mental fitness. They say most of the sicknesses are caused not by physically, but because of our mental difficulties. And that is why we need to have physically fit through our daily exercises, etc. The 10th point, my dear children, is learn new things. You must not be complacent with what you have learned. Every day think about something new, and we can. And the 11th point is improve your personal relationship. You must, they say in the triangular relationship, I should have myself, relationship with myself, with respect, with love, with concern, with care. Similarly to the other, with nature, and also with God Almighty, who has given us this opportunity, etc. We must have that personal relationship with these three dimensions. And finally, the 12th point is this, that we need to have to build up a good personality through our appearance. We need to be confident through our body language, dressing, etc., etc. And therefore, if I say briefly 5 points for you to remember, first one is self-esteem comes from the experiences of your life. How you view yourself affects everything you do in life. High self-esteem gives you a good feeling about yourself. Low self-esteem distorts your view of yourself. Self-esteem can be improved, because you must remember this point. As I am concluding this point, you must remember that you are a unique individual. No one else is like you. The whole world, this makes you special already. And therefore, my dear teachers, one word for you, that you remember, you as teacher, we are as teachers have a wonderful vocation to build up self-esteem in our students. Do it as best as you can with self-esteem. But remember, if you lack self-esteem, you will not be filled self-esteem in your children. Our time in this world is limited. We know now, looking at the coronavirus, the pandemic all around us, we are more clear that life is short. But a self-esteemed person can make a big difference even in this situation. Make it happen for you, so you leave your mark in history. My dear children, be self-esteemed, develop your self-esteem, and contribute to the society, contribute to your family, contribute to your nation. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.